the Brown boys, the Brown boys, the Brown boys, we the Brown boys, the Brown boys, we the Brown boys. But listen, man, now let's get into this real quick. Y'all are not going to understand this. Let's start. What are we going to start with? Let's start with this one. We're going to start with the politics because everything Paul's fault now. Man, did y'all know that they locked my brothers up for selling drugs? And that shit was a rough time in my life, you know, having your brothers just disappear all of a sudden. But I got to take over the whole TV. I had finally had my own bed, something I've been dreaming about. You know what I mean? So it had its perks, you know what I mean? So no offense, you know, I have my brother in the chat, some of them listening. And it had its pros and cons, you know what I'm saying? I got my own room. And all them niggas got locked up. One went to college. But yeah, I had my own room and shit. Okay, I'm sounding like I care more about the pros. But yeah, it was rough, man, when all my brothers was gone and shit. You know, in my formidable years, you know, where brothers are supposed to be bonding, some of them niggas were locked up. But they locked them up for selling drugs. And if they were giving out needles, they would have been giving out time to my brothers. But let's watch what the people in power in LA are doing.
Karen Bass and Nitya Raman spend millions of your tax dollars on these NGOs to hand out fentanyl needles, crack pipes, and drugs to addicts on your streets to keep them high and homeless so they can profit off of everyone's misery. Vote now. Check out this video right here. So this is called Hope Charity, Faith Hope Charity. You can see the sign on their Jeep saying homeless healthcare. This was back in March of 2025. Look at that.
They look just like what my brother was doing back in the goddamn old day. And he got all that time. They gave him more time than a clock. And now look at these people. They get to ride around with a sign giving out drugs and drug paraphernalia. Boy, that's crazy. What are they doing out there in LA? If crack is whack and crack is illegal, why would you give them the thing to smoke the crack in? I don't want you to do drugs, but if you're going to do it, here go a clean needle. What? How about get in the truck, we taking you to rehab, and we going to clean you up? How about we going to forcibly get you off these goddamn streets, and we're going to give you drug treatment? We're going to give you the syringe so that you can do a drug that we don't want you to do. Wow, this makes no sense.
Handing out needles, handing out all sorts of materials. Look at that. There's the number right there. Overdose response team. Continually perpetuating the problem instead of dealing with it. NGOs. Does that make sense? Does this make sense too? Guess what they just did to Nick Shirley? So I first reported this when it first came up, and Nick Shirley even accosted and confronted these lawmakers. You had Scott Wiener, one of the most demonic individuals to ever walk the streets of a civilized society, saying, I think you're a psychopath, to Nick Shirley. This is over AB 2624 that the California State Assembly is passing, sometimes known as the Anti-Nick Shirley Act, which hurts and harms independent media like yours truly, your boy Nez, Nick Shirley, and so many others from actually, you guessed it, reporting and exposing the fraud. Well, guess what? This AB 2624 Stop Nick Shirley Act just passed the California legislature.
This is what many are calling the Stop Nick Shirley Act. This provision right here, B1. This is look, I'm not going to support the bill overall, but at the very least, if you support freedom of speech and the First Amendment, B1 is a problem. And let me quote it in plain English, directly from the bill. A person shall not publicly post or display on the internet the image of a designated immigrant support services provider. That's the language, plain and simple.
Now, how is this not considered aiding and abetting fraud? If you're saying that a citizen cannot track his tax dollars, his or her tax dollars, and this is supposed to be a First Amendment right that he can film, that he can ask questions. You're going to tell him that he cannot do that now only because he caught fraud? How is that not aiding and abetting fraud? I believe these politicians, just a little birdie told me while I was asleep, but this ain't real. Nobody believes this. Politicians crazy as hell. But I believe that they allow this theft to go on because I believe they get kickbacks in the forms of donations. And I think that's how a lot of these politicians go from making $250,000 to their salary balloon to, or their net worth balloons to 30 and 40 million dollars. Either they have some type of psychic powers and investing to make that type of money so fast, or they're using our tax dollars to loan out to certain people, allow certain people to steal in certain states, and then they get, large donations. That would be easy to do, but I don't know why nobody would do that, because I don't think that happens. So y'all don't listen to me. That would nobody would never do nothing like that. That would be crazy.
Goes on to say, well, only if this so-called provider has given a written request. So let me give you an example. Nick Shirley shows up with his camera crew to the Somali Leering Center. Or maybe one of the 90 fake hospices operating in a building in Los Angeles that was highlighted by CBS News shows up doing the work of a citizen watchdog journalist. This is something we should promote. We should say, look, we want extra set of eyes.
Support.
People have a right to go out there and kick the tires and find out what are these organizations doing with our taxpayer funds. Nick Shirley records empty beds at the daycare center, records no patients, no medical supplies, no nurses, no doctors at the fake hospices.
How dare you go and record fake beds at a hospice? How dare you do that? How dare you go and find fraud? Is that the haircut cut? Yeah, boy, I got that fade. Yeah, boy, I got that fade. You see the fade? Boy, shut up. But anyway, how dare he go and find fraud? How dare he go and do that? What gives him the right to find out that people are stealing from the American citizen? What gives him that right? Now they're going to block him from doing it. And the crazy thing about it, the governor or the wife, the one who wrote the bill, is married to the governor who is going to actually pass the bill. That's crazy. That's a go along, get along gang for your ass. That's a go along, get along gang for you.
On the basis of this research, investigative research, posts this on the internet, interviews some of the providers. And all these people do is they hand Nick Shirley a business card.
Excuse me, Mr. DeMaio. Assemblymember Bonta, you are recognized for your point of order.
I asked the member from San Diego to actually stick to the merits of this bill, which actually has nothing to do with so-called.
Thank you, Assemblymember Bonta. Your point is well taken. Mr. DeMaio.
Oh, no, I'm absolutely sticking to the specifics of this bill. If you show up and take video of those providers under this bill, all they would have to do, all the fraudsters would have to do, is hand a business card over to the investigative journalist. And if they posted that evidence that they caught on video on the internet, they would be violating this law. The lawyers in this room know that absolutely, under this language, would be prohibited from being posted to the internet. This is outrageous.
You think that's awful? You think that's terrible? Check this out. Spencer Pratt just dropped this devastating post on LA. Mayor Karen Bass, within just 2 days, we have 2 days, folks, to fix California. Look at this. At every single ballot drop box, total degeneracy and filth.
There it is. Will Durant Library on a Monday.
And this too. Look at this. Why is it that every single official ballot drop box?
God, dog. Because they're going to have a homeless person grab all that goddamn ballot and throw it away. They're going to be like, we don't know what happened to Station 9. The whole ballot box disappeared. Man, they going, damn, boy. Allegedly, they could be using the homeless to do some of their dirty work and get rid of some of these ballots. I don't know, but I damn sure wouldn't go over there and vote with a whole person laying in front of the damn box. Yeah, I don't think I would. And that ballot box don't look secure to the ground. It don't. Man. No, I'm not going over there to vote with a whole person laying there. No, I'm not doing it.
Is surrounded by degenerates, homelessness, filth, and dirt and muck. Why is that? Oh, what could go wrong? What could possibly go wrong? They pass out needles. They make sure that the homeless stay homeless. They make sure that the drug addicts stay hooked on drugs instead of actually going to the core issue, to the core problem and actually addressing that. Does it make sense now? NGOs are passing that out, by the way. This charity drive, whatever the hell it's called, these are NGOs. Pretty much anything with that acronym, non-governmental organization, is just a tax loophole. It's a complete fraud cover. That's all it is. Just like Newsom's wife, Jennifer Newsom, who stole the $100 million of fire aid from the Palisades fire victims, which ironically, paradoxically, is the reason that Spencer Pratt got in this race. He said many, many times, I don't want to be mayor, but I don't have a choice, just like Trump. Just like Trump said, I don't want to be president, but I don't have a choice. Look what's happening to our country. And so does it make sense now?
And Spencer Pratt, a guy who was just a regular everyday citizen whose house got burnt down, is now running for mayor, is now trying to be in politics. And he's not a politician, but he's winning, just using common sense stuff. He is winning. It's like these people are detached from reality because they're never around you. Politicians don't live where they reside over. And yes, I do mean reside over, because it's like some king now, boy, because they control everything and they do not live amongst you. They do what that one lady did, to where they have a house there that's just there, but they live somewhere else that's nice as shit. So they don't care what happened to you. KB, Jamie Foxx and Leonardo DiCaprio came up to Spencer Pratt and said, we voted for you. Things could be changing in Cali. Really? Dang. Boy, I read that clear as day too, boy. Whoa, edibles. But that's crazy. This man is actually winning because he cared about the common sense things. He said, I'm going to make it safe for women to be able to take their children to the park. So in California, y'all been sitting up here talking. See, that's why I'm going to the Democrats, because they can just do whatever they want. In California, they done made that city dirty, up, dangerous, crazy, and that is a beautiful place. They got palm trees. They got beautiful women rotating in and out, trying to be famous. They got the Laugh Factory, the Comedy Store. You got different eateries. You got, man. Woo, Cali is beautiful, but now it's not so much. And people are leaving in droves. And so people are still voting Democrat, but reality shows them that the money is leaving your cities. It's like CNN and these news organizations are complicit for brainwashing people. Because it's like, how is word of mouth not spreading around enough for people to say, damn, people are leaving New York, people are leaving California, they're leaving pretty much anywhere from the north and the west to come to the south. Everybody's migrating down south, which is crazy. So, and majority of the cities, your major cities, Chicago, all these places that adopted these policies that you voted for. And it's like Ricky Smiley and all these people that tell people that they can't go to the cookout. And what's weird to me is why they never come back and say, okay, let's go over the results of what we voted for. Let's look at Chicago. Let's look at New York. Let's look at California. These are major cities and they're all fucked up. There's no other way to slice it. They fucked up, but guess what? I'm still going to vote Democrat because I want to eat my chicken. I want to be able to go around my auntie and my family. Y'all done brainwashed our families. So I got to go vote Democrat to get my family back. Because they done had celebrities tell people family. Because I told y'all celebrities ain't shit. They're there to sell you a product or brainwash you. So without even knowing my family, Ricky Smiley said, y'all don't even let them come around you. Don't even invite them to the cookout. So now we have actual real life families not talking because of the way that they voted, even though one could be right and the other could be wrong. They have whole wives left their husband, lied before God, said death do us part. And then as soon as found out her husband voted for Trump, she signed the divorce paper and tried to take all his money. This is a strange world we living in now. So yeah, I want some chicken. So I'm just gonna go back to peace. I'm gonna act like everything all good. I'm just gonna, I'm gonna act like everything all good, eat my chicken, be around my family, and just till the wheels fall off, baby. Hey, cause shit, it's either that you exile from your family. They'll call you a name. They'll call you a coon. They'll call you Trump boy. Because we've been taught now that our blackness is connected to the Democrats. So you're not black if you don't vote for me. The reason why Joe Biden was emboldened to say that, because the Democrats feel like they saved us Negroes. So we're indebted to the Democrats. So we black out here mean we have to be a Democrat. So I've done really realized that now, and I just want to act like I'm dumb. And I got to let a white man qualify my blackness, which is a hurtful thing. But I guess I'm going to swallow my pride, and I'm going to let this white boy tell me I ain't black unless he vote for me. And now that they got a Nazi in the running, he had a Nazi tattoo. I got to act like I didn't see that. All inclusive. So I know my task. I want my chicken back. So I'm gonna act like everything all good, like everybody else doing. Shit.